The Chargers hosting the Minnesota Vikings. We got an NFL game tonight. We got NHL. We got baseball tomorrow. And we've got NBA going. Boys, you're watching the best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Presman. We're here to make you money. That's what the show is about. Joe Raineri, Art DiCesare joining us. Boys, how are you? Art, you doing good?
Doing great, Prez.
Doing better than the NBA and Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups right now, that's for sure. Doing much better than they are.
So you want to go there right off the bat? So this just in, everybody. Chauncey Billups is the head of the Italian Genovese family
Exactly.
out of New Jersey.
Yes.
He has been in that family for 32 years. He's kept it under wraps.
Yep.
He was undercover, but he turned. Anything else? Am I missing? And he has a dominatrix mistress and likes nipple clamps. Is there anything else I'm missing?
Nope, pretty much the NBA runs the mob now, apparently. I think that's where this is all heading there, Prez. Kind of crazy.
Chauncey Billups, I think he killed Jimmy Hoffa as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the best part is, apparently he was involved in the whole poker thing when he was a player, and not as the whole thing is just absolutely bonkers. It really is.
Yep.
Yeah, well, poker and shaving points in an NBA game. It's a real clear link. I see it. You see it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Unreal.
But all this is going to do, guys, is continue to foster this.
Everything's fixed.
Sports betting is fixed nonsense.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. But I'm still betting the NBA tonight, so there you go. There's always that.
Guys, let's get into where the money is going for this weekend. We've got some games. Art, you want to talk about? I'm completely ill prepared. So
college. Start with college. Kansas State, Kansas.
There
let's
you
go. Boom.
Yeah, we'll rock some college games. K-State, Kansas. Game of the year, Kansas State was -3. We reopened the game, Kansas -3. So you've seen a flip there. Pretty good two-way action on the game. Sharp money came in on the over, went from 55 to 56.5. Utah at Colorado. This is an interesting game. This was as high as Utah 14.5. And we moved just with the market on this. It's not like we took sharp money at 14.5. We just moved to the market with the market on this. It's now under 2 touchdowns for Utah, -13.5. Alabama at South Carolina. This is sharp money. Sharp money came in on South Carolina as high as 13.5. We are now Alabama -12 on the game. I've seen even some 11.5s out there. And the game tonight, the real big move was the total got bet all the way up to 57.5. Now that total is 55. So it seems like the late move and the real bet is under on tonight's football game in college.
Which is crazy, because we've talked about head fakes on the show over the last couple of weeks, and this is shaping up to be the perfect example tonight with two awful teams that got bet up as high as, I saw it as high as 57.5, and now we're seeing nothing but under money, which, what did you open the game at? Or what was it, 54.5? What did it open at, 55?
Yeah, I believe so. It's funny. We were 55. We did hit that top number of 57.5. Now we're back to our opener. So you do see that. That does happen. These things go that way where you see almost a 3-point move and then a 3-point move back. And then obviously there are going to be people who look for a middle on that game.
Yep.
Seems crazy with a high total like that, but there are going to be people who took under 57.5 and took over 55. So there are definitely people who play it that way.
Yeah, I think you do that on a regular basis with one number that gives you both wins. I think you're going to be a losing better overall. We're going to do a deep dive into the NFL card game tonight, guys. So stay with us. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Subscribe to our channel. And make sure to comment. Comments are crucial to the YouTube algorithm. Let's get 100 comments up today. Art, NFL, let's get into the Vikings, Chargers, 49ers, Texans, Packers, Steelers, where the money is going on those 3 games.
So Niners, Texans, that's the game obviously we talked about earlier in the week. They laid 1 with Houston. It got all the way up to 2.5. They took 2.5 with the Niners. The Niner 2.5 was sharp money. The initial Texan money was not sharp money. It was just a number that got pushed that way. We're now back to 1.5 on that game. Houston as the favorite. Total got bet down. It was 42.5, now 41. The Sunday night game, which is a pretty good one, Green Bay at Pittsburgh. We've been pretty steady at 3 on that game. It's been 3 all week, seeing really good two-way action. Sharp money on the over, though, 43.5, now 45. Tonight's game, sharp money on the over at 43.5. We're now 44.5 on the game. Chargers -3, -115. We were at 3.5 briefly, and then obviously saw Viking money at 3.5. This is a game where I think now that it's 3 juiced, I think we're just going to see two-way action on the game.
What art are you seeing now that Lamar is practiced and now it looks like he is a go for the Ravens? I actually saw 6s popping up, and I thought it was hilarious. Outside of his food truck Munchies video, now all of a sudden he's active to play, and the line is going the other way. What's up with it, Art?
It's shocking, right? I mean, we've been steady at 6.5, and really haven't had anyone come in respected either way. Total went back down. Like, this is one of the wackiest games I can remember, because you figure the second they said, all right, Lamar's good, he's going to practice, looks like he's going to give a go, you figured you hit 7, but it just hasn't gone that way. And for you to see someone go even to 6 is even crazier. I mean, that might be just more to do with Baltimore's defensive injuries than anything, but man, hard to figure that game.
Wow.
Art, before we go do a dive into the Charger Vikings game, NBA, baseball, hockey, is there a notable bet out there? Is there notable sharp action that we need to know about?
This morning in the NHL, the only thing I can give is we saw a lot of Anaheim Duck money come in.
Oh.
That's basically now almost a pick'em in Boston. We were dealing like +105, +106 on Anaheim this morning, and we're now almost at a pick'em in the game.
Right. That's interesting. On the Anaheim Ducks, didn't see that coming. They don't exactly have an army of bettors. There's no Anaheim Ducks tax in this world. Guys, hit that like button for us, please. 1 second. Boom, it's hit. Okay, Minnesota and the Chargers. And you know what? My original reaction to this game was to look at the under. You know, I was really, really high on the Chargers defense. I thought their secondary was really excellent. And obviously I'm high on the Minnesota defense. But man, after watching the game against Indianapolis and what that O-line was able to do to the Chargers defense, and how much they couldn't tackle anybody, it really is. I find it now tough to go on the under. My lean here is on the under in this game. I don't know if I can find a bet. I also lean towards the LA Chargers here. With Minnesota's QB problems, I don't believe in this team. They are getting their running back, but who knows how injured he is or how healthy he is. My lean is on the Chargers, and my lean is on the under. I'm likely not going to bet this game. Art DiCesare.
I mean, I would lean Chargers as well. It looks like Joe Alt will come back. That will be huge for the Chargers because they've had so many issues on the offensive line. I can't trust Wentz on the road. And the total, honestly, I really have no opinion other than that sharp money that came in and moved us from 43.5 to 44. So, most of the time you want to be with the sharp money, and obviously it's trending towards an over.
So hard. It feels like they're looking for any reason not to start J.J. McCarthy here at this point. So, I mean, I get it, short week.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I mean, but you're talking about a Chargers team that's lost 3 of their last 4 and should have been 0-4. How they beat Miami. Well, Miami beat Miami, but that's their only win over the last 4 games. So I'm going to be interested, Art, if the hook comes available here again with Minnesota, because if it does, I'm almost tempted just to take it. I can't trust either defense right now, though.
But Joe, can you trust the offense to cover, to score? I mean, the Chargers are going to put up points.
They didn't
no
get
matter
shut
what.
out against Philly. It's not like they got shut out against Philadelphia.
Well,
and the Chargers are the worst red zone offense, Prez, in the NFL, right? They have no running back. They have no running game. They get inside the red zone. They can't run it in. So I don't know. It just feels like we've got two teams that are still trying to figure it out. But both teams have crazy weapons on the outside. Their wide receivers and everybody else, their touchdowns waiting to happen. It's a tough game. It really is.
I'm just concerned about Minnesota keeping pace, and I know that they scored on Philadelphia, but man, they really looked pretty shitty scoring on Philadelphia, and they needed a late rally to get those points. By that time, Philadelphia was playing against the clock. They struggled to put up points against Cleveland. They struggled to put up points against Pittsburgh. They put up 6 against Atlanta. I so badly want to play the Chargers here, but yeah, Joe, 0-4, 1-3 with the Miami win.
Yep.
It's like, am I forcing a play? And that's what we don't want to do. That, a wise man once told me that it is better to miss a winner than bet a loser.
Correct.
So I'm going to miss a winner tonight, Art. I think the Chargers are the play, though. So
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I lean Chargers as well.
Yeah.
Parlay of the day, gentlemen. I will go with leg number 1 in this play, and I will go with the LA Chargers. Not a bet I'm going to make, but a bet strong enough to give out here, because the bets I don't make that I want to make win. So the LA Chargers -3.
Art?
Give me the Nuggets money line.
Oh, I like that one, Art, there. There you go. All right. I mean, if that's the case, I guess I'm just going to have to go with the obvious play, Art, the under in this South Alabama and Georgia State game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Jump on board, because it looks like it's only heading one way with these two atrocious teams here tonight.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
And that is the parlay of the day. Art DiCesare, thanks for doing this, man. You got a big 4 days ahead of you. Enjoy them, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time. Thanks, brother. Take care of yourself. Joe, let's get to some business. Joe, I'm passing on the NFL game tonight for my clients, but I do have 3 NHL bets. And look, full disclosure, I've started the NHL season badly. I am down. I am 7-13 on the year. And I'm okay with that. I mean, listen, I'm not happy about it, but it's a 2-week period in a sample size of 8 months. And, this is a sport I win at every single year. And I got 3 bets tonight. I'm at a market low, so I think it's a good time to purchase me. I really think that I'm going to go on a big run, and I think it's going to start tonight. I have 3 plays. I love them. And other than that, I got a 5% in college football. I just put it up. I mean, literally half an hour ago, and I'm stoked about this play. Plus, I'm rolling in college football right now. 3-1 last week, 3-2 the week before. Really successful in my big plays. So if you guys want a really strong college football bet, Joe, I got a 5% up for Saturday. What do you got going?
I love it. Yeah, I would highly recommend the Weekend Warrior package here, because you can get it, because I've got a 5% as well, Prez, locked and loaded. I've got an NBA play here tonight. I've got a NFL play tonight. And, of course, we're going to have Major League Baseball coming up tomorrow. But grab those 5% college football plays right now, Prez, and do it with the Weekend Warrior Pass, $49. That's the way to go.
Yeah, that's the best package on the web. I mean, it's like $35 to buy Joe or my 5% play, or $49 to get the whole weekend.
Yep.
Joe, let's get going, man. We got 5 segments left, including the mailbox segment. They're all on the clock, 2 minutes each. Let's start with my college football best bets. And we're going to start with the Tulsa game, +6 against Temple. And I like Tulsa in this spot. This is a Friday night game. The public sees Temple sitting at 6-1 against the spread, and they think this is some kind of world beater. That is just not true. complete BS. If you actually look under the hood, this Temple team is statistically worse than average on offense, worse than average on defense, worse than average on special teams, and I don't like their name either. My number makes this game closer to a field goal. You know, would I be blown away if Tulsa wins this game outright? No. But this game is going to be close. This game is going to come down to 3 points. I'll take the 6. Let's take Tulsa plus 6. Joe, a shootout in Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. Okay, maybe not an 80-point shootout, but we're going to get this over 56.5. The first thing that jumped out at me when I looked at this game was, are you kidding me? The number looks completely out of place, like seeing a Prius at a monster truck rally, or me on the runway in Milan. I had to double check. These numbers, dude. I had this game handicapped at 62. It's at 56.5. I literally thought this game could get us to 70. It's at 56.5. Big 12 home favorites laying big numbers like Texas Tech. The over is hitting 70.6 clips since 2016. That's a 24-10 record. Oklahoma State's offense might be terrible, but even with them being that bad, they still manage 19 points a game in conference play. Let's not overthink this. Take over the total of 56.5 in the Texas Tech and Oklahoma State game and take Tulsa plus the 6. Joe?
Oh, I like that. You on the runway in Milan might be the funniest thing I've heard all day there, Prez, but that number did seem low. All right, 2 college football plays. One is going to involve Texas A&M at LSU here. And listen, LSU, big disappointment. Brian Kelly, obviously, on the hot seat. But it is a team that is still averaging, even though they're underperforming, about 26 points per game here. And now they're going to take on a Texas A&M team that seems to be, well, I mean, they're perfect, right? They're 7-0 right now. But this is Mike Elko's, maybe his worst defense I've seen him have here in a while, including his time over at Duke. They're only 3-4 against the number in that 7-0 record right now. But they've also allowed 40 or more points in 2 games already this year. And by the way, their wins in the SEC have been over teams that really aren't all that good. This is a tough environment for them to go on a road and play in Baton Rouge. You got a desperate LSU team. Prez, I love the over here. I think we're going to get a ton of points in this game with Texas A&M and LSU, and that is how we're going to look at it. And then, of course, we've got an interesting one here coming up with South Florida at Memphis. And I thought Memphis might have got caught looking ahead here a little bit last week against UAB, but there is some issues with their starting quarterback, Brendan Lewis, for the Missouri Tigers. And if he misses this game, and there is a chance, then this is all about the South Florida Bulls as far as I'm concerned, which I had pegged from the start. I thought they were the better team. I thought they were the ones that were going to represent the group of 5 teams in the postseason, and I still believe that. I think it's advantage South Florida Bulls in this one, Prez. I am looking absolutely to back them. I'll lay the points because I don't think Memphis's quarterback is playing this week.
Joe, I got my glasses on. A lot of NHL games. 2 minutes to go through them all.
Are those from Milan? I don't know.
They're from the drugstore. They were like $30. Okay, Chicago, Tampa Bay. 4 years ago, I told you guys on day one, Tampa Bay minus 3.5 against Chicago. That was 4 years ago. I was right. I'm using the same exact line now. Tampa Bay minus 3.5 against Chicago. 5-1 will be the score. Ottawa playing Philadelphia here. I like the under in this game. You can get 6. Detroit playing the New York Islanders. Detroit on a back-to-back. They played outstanding hockey for 5 games in a row. They lost to the Sabres. They're going to lose again tonight. Take the New York Islanders minus 135. Florida playing Pittsburgh. I like the under in this game at 6. I like the under in every Florida game. San Jose playing the New York Rangers. There's a 5.5 out there, guys. Take that over the total. San Jose allows roughly 78 or 67. What the hell am I doing? Cool left the building when I was 10 years ago. I'm sorry for that, guys. Anyway, take the over in that game. Anaheim playing Boston. A lot of money has come in on Anaheim. I don't like it. Take under the total in that game. I lean on Boston. Vancouver playing Nashville. I like the under in this game as well, and I lean on Nashville, but I like Vancouver moving forward. Seattle playing Winnipeg. Take Winnipeg in regulation here. It's around minus 140. St. Louis playing Utah. I really like the under in this game, especially if you could get 6. LA versus Dallas. I like the over in this game. I think we're going to see a shootout. Montreal playing Edmonton. Parlay Edmonton with Tampa Bay, and you should do well. Struggling to find a bet in that Edmonton game because the line is shitty, but I think Edmonton wins in regulation, and I like the under in the Carolina-Colorado game. Joe, glasses are off. What do you got?
Woo, thank goodness, Prez. But they did look good on you there. All right, tonight we've got just 2 NBA games, which should be interesting, coming off the big news earlier today about how apparently the NBA has a gambling problem here now, and they're in bed with the mafia, but we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, you've got Oklahoma City traveling to Indiana to take on the Pacers. That is your first game here. Now, the Pacers, we haven't seen them yet, but we're going to see them tonight, and this is unfortunately going to look like a little bit different of a Pacers team than the one that took the Oklahoma City Thunder to 7 games in the championship last year. I mean, obviously, no Halliburton there. It's going to be a little different ball game, but they do have, of course, a lot of the other pieces with Nembhard and Pascal Siakam. I think this is going to be a fun one, but I don't think we're going to get nearly as many points as the total is telling us right now. This thing is up to 232 and a half, Prez, and I think it's just far too many points here. Oklahoma City laying 7.5. I took Houston taking the points with OKC at home. I'm tempted to take the Pacers, but I think I like the under instead in this one. And then Denver heading over to Golden State. The first time we're going to get to see the Denver Nuggets. I think there is way too much love in the marketplace for the Golden State Warriors. For what reason, I have no idea outside the fact that, well, they just beat up the Lakers the other night. So maybe people think they're on to something. But as far as I'm concerned, Denver has owned Golden State. They've won 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. And this is a Denver team that went out and got depth finally for the Joker and company. I will take them getting points. It's up to 2.5 now, Prez. I will take the points with the Denver Nuggets here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Not planning on doing that here tonight in the NBA.
Joe, let's get into the mailbag section of the show. Obviously, it's 2 minutes and it runs for until we're bored. Mm-hmm. So I want to address something that Mario wrote. Mario's not a fan of me, which is fine. Howard Stern, Rush Limbaugh, all the greatest of the greats are hated by a lot of people. So I'm happy to sit on that Rushmore. Mario writes, you should be giving picks free if you purchase. So if somebody buys picks from us and we lose those picks, we should give picks for free until we win. Firstly, we do have a system where we give you wager bucks so you could purchase again. But more importantly, we do the work. Whether we win or lose, there's no scam here. We're doing the work. We're coming up with our information. We're providing you with a service. I'm telling you now, I spend at least 4 hours a day on the NHL card, at least 4 hours a day, taking it apart and trying to come up with bets for you guys. Guys like Teddy and Marco and Steve Merrill, Joe Raineri, these guys are spending Teddy was saying he's up to 16 hours a day to do research, especially at this time of year with all the sports going. 16 hours a day, and you want him to give you money back. So that's number one. And number two is, I have been selling picks since 1999. I have gone on unbelievable runs. I have made people incredible sums of money. And you guys will tip your blackjack dealer in the middle of a losing run when you finally hit a blackjack. I've never received a tip in my whole life. not one single tip in my whole life. So if you're not going to tip me when you win, I'm not going to give you your money back when you lose. So do you have anything to add there, Joe? Because we should give our money back, or it's a scam stuff. We work our asses off to come up with this information.
I think it's maybe by that logic, Prez, should we charge double when we win then?
Right, exactly.
Is that
exactly.
Is that how that works? So when we do win, we should actually come back and ask you for more money. Is that correct?
Knock on your door.
Correct.
Seems
feasible.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. No personal responsibility there at all. Good stuff.
Joe, a couple other things. Somebody told Scott Farrell that you are the best. We haven't heard or seen. We haven't heard or seen from Scott since, have we?
I have not seen Scotty in a little while, but I love good old Scotty Farrell.
Yeah, dude. Have a drink on me, Scott.
Yep.
That's I mean, just an incredible media presence, Scott Farrell. Big Bets writes, I love this show. Richard Johnson, don't get scammed by sellers. Be careful. I already addressed that. But, Joe, what I want to mention most importantly, because we started the week of this, and that is our favorite songs.
Yes.
Steel Pumpkin put up his top 10 favorite Pink Floyd songs, in which his top 5 is Money, Greatest Gig in the Sky, Comfortably Numb, Us and Them, and Time. Now, I cannot disagree with any of that. This is spectacular stuff. But the reason I want to mention that is yesterday I found myself watching reactions of people listening to the song Time by Pink Floyd for their very first time. You know, on YouTube, they have those
reaction videos. Yep.
Yeah. They were crying. Like, people were crying hysterically during that song. And I just want to say that regretfully, that song was written by a piece of shit. And I have trouble with that. And it's why those lyrics are not tattooed to my body, because I can't put that piece of shit's words on my body. With that said, that is the single greatest song of all time, period. It is so far better than any other song that no song is even close. If you've never heard the song Time by Pink Floyd, put headphones on, close your eyes, and listen to the lyrics of that song. Because even though Roger Waters, I hope, dies a horrible, horrible death, that is the greatest song ever, and he has gifted me his music, which I love. Okay. Are we good?
I think we're good.
Have you have any opinion on that song or anything I said?
No. To me, every Pink Floyd song sounds exactly the same, but that's okay. I mean, you like one,
How
you like them all.
How is that possible?
You like one, you like them all.
The greatest gig sounds like Wish You Were Here.
Listen, you said the other day AC/DC is all the same song. No. Pink Floyd is all the same song. Every song is the same. Every song is the same. Yes, Pink Floyd, all same. All same.
Okay, can we call this a show now that we're done with our drug explanation?
But that's okay. Yes, I like it, Prez. We're good now.
Okay, bye.